Recently, Apple has crossed its market value of over $3 trillion. It's a big achievement for the company, which took 42 years to accomplish its first trillion, while the second trillion took only 2 years to complete. And now improving their track record crossing $3 trillion took only 1 year and 4 months to fulfill. But successful companies also have a history of struggling past and failures. Just like any other successful company, Apple also has a list of failed products that couldn't hit the blockbuster as the latest iMac or MacBook Pro has done. And in this video, we're going to look at all those top failures of Apple in history and dig out the reasons for their failure. The very first failed project of Apple's lifetime was the Apple III. After enjoying the great success of Apple II, Apple III was expected to join the business to take on another level. But making the company down, Apple III turns into the very first biggest failure of Apple. This faulty product came with no added cooling fan that causes overheating and frequent breakdown of chips. To fix these problems up, Apple recommended another ridiculous DIY fix for users of picking the chips 6 inches up and reseat them again, which eventually didn't work. So, Apple recalled all the existing products on the market, a possible count of 14,000 units. Up next in the list, we got Apple Lisa, a personal computer with a graphical interface. Having a personal computer with a graphical interface in the 80s was insane. Even a big budget of $10,000 that time couldn't stop the buyer from having the first graphical interface personal computer, the Apple Lisa. This one single feature was able to justify the whole pricing of Lisa, unless it disappointed the user with slow running speed and hard-to-use characters. Did you ever think of having a 16 pounds bulky and 4 inches thick laptop, or you could say a portable computer on your table? Never, right? But the first attempt of Apple's making portable computers resulted in a bulky piece of plastic that didn't even turn on while plugged in. Such a disaster in name of portable. Yet being one of the most ambitious projects of Apple, Copland never makes its way out of the shelf. In the 1990s, the original Macintosh operating system started to show its age, while Apple think of designing a new modern system which was the Copland. The operating promised to run Windows apps with giving neck-to-neck competition to Microsoft Windows PCs. But after several years of hard work, Apple wasn't able to show any fruitful results, so the project got cancelled. Though the gaming console was licensed to Bandai Company Limited, Apple Pippin was a cross between a gaming console and a networked computer. But while there were already players like Sony, Nintendo, and Sega, nobody intended to buy an overpriced set-top box that only had a 14.4 kilobyte per second modem and no support from major game developers. With that, the terrible marketing and bad design of Apple Pippin also joined to pull out it from the market. Introducing the world with a new revolution of PDAs, Newton was thought to be one of the revolutionary products of Apple. But failing to adapt its key feature of translating handwriting into text, Newton remained an embarrassment for Apple. Even this funny feature of Newton was mocked in shows like Doonesbury Cartoon Strip, on Saturday Night Live, and in an episode of The Simpsons too. A pure example of an all-in-one computer, 20th anniversary Macintosh was packed with everything that you can ask from a 90s computer. It got an LCD display, FM radio, TV tuner, CD-ROM drive, Bose sound system, and leather palm rests. But great features also come with a bigger price tag, which was eventually the failure reason of the 20th anniversary Mac. A price tag of $7,500 at launch couldn't make sales the first year, so Apple reduced the price by 75% a year later and cleared the stock at a price of $1,995. Considered as one of the coolest designs of mouses, the hockey puck mouse created a huge interest on users. But while it came to everyday use, they snag in many ways. The tiny mouse was hard to hold and manage. Even people also got confused while they were holding it in the right direction. Though later revision was added to the design, the round mouse soon quit manufacturing. Another example of Apple's beautiful design but couldn't rank on the shelf for a long time. This piece of beauty was sold for $1,799 while having no monitor with its package and also having visible cracks on its surface, especially on the corners and top of Cube's case. So there was no point in having an overpriced computer, while a regular Power Mac G4 was worth $200 less. Another great yet failed project of Apple that couldn't make its way to shelves. In 2017, Apple announced to bring the AirPower mat with a promise of charging the iPhones, Apple Watches, and AirPods simultaneously. The company even said the mat will be able to communicate to ensure everything is charging efficiently. But the ambitious AirPower missed its release date in 2018, and Apple ended up canceling the project. Though there were many failures in the history of Apple, it still managed to be at the top, and people have a great craze for their products. It seems Apple has become more cautious about its product developments and features. But who knows, they won't make mistakes in the future again?